is now alone.
My husband is gone now to our doctor. Told me that his heart that was so strong, it had seen him build this farm, had just suddenly given way, had just suddenly given way. And outside the windows, the wheat continued to grow as the barley rolled and danced with the wind. And outside the windows, the wheat continued to grow as the barley rolled and danced with the wind. As the barley rolls and dances with the wind. So now I'm selling the farm, I mean, what else can I do? The fences need repairing and the harvest is long overdue. Plus I know the bank will come knocking soon. I know the bank will come knocking soon. And outside the windows, the wheat continues to grow as the barley rolls and dances with the wind. And outside the windows, the wheat continued to grow as the barley rolled and danced with the wind. As the barley rolls and dances with the wind.
Before I bring my guest on, tonight we're going to talk about the trials and tribulation, the beauty of the freedom movement. But I just want to say from my point, he'll probably say...
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
That was really good, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that was a good song. Kind of sad, but yeah.
it's very,
Yeah,
very
but I had the tears welling in my eyes, mate. Like seriously, that's some powerful stuff.
fucking oath.
Yeah, no, same. When she was mentioning the kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of,
Yeah, because as parents, DK and I, like it hits a little bit differently.
yeah.
I mean, luckily neither of my kids are jabbed, but yeah, unfortunately, that's not the case for everybody.
Yeah.
My son is. His mum got him jabbed when she went there on holiday, and they didn't even tell me till after they did it twice. And he actually rung me up saying, "Ha ha, I've had it twice now."
Yeah, well, you probably know, but
Yeah.
my stepson, he actually died from something else, but yeah, he was vaccinated too. I don't know whether it was a vaccine, but he was a bad alcoholic and things, and he had other issues, but, well, yeah, he died. I know lots of people.
Sorry, man.
Lots of people I've known, well, basically, the wife's family, she's gone. Oh, she went years ago, but both her brothers, one of the brothers' wives, they all got vaccinated, and they all got turbo cancers and died.
Well, I've known more people die in the last 3-4 years than I have in my whole life.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people were actually saying they weren't jabbed.
Yeah.
Like, these are people who are saying they weren't jabbed, and more people have died in the last 3-4 years than in my whole life.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm sure some of them were, but a lot of them told me they weren't.
Yeah.
And yet still more than in my whole life in the last few years.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible, isn't it? But that's the way the
Well,
world.
how else are they poisoning us? Yeah, but see, how else are they poisoning us? Everyone focuses on the damn jab when there's so many other things that they're using to try and kill us already.
Chemtrails,
I mean, holy crap, there's the poisoning of the water, there's the poisoning of the air, there's the poisoning of the food, for a start, let alone any medication you're on, the medical industry, the food industry. Like, holy crap. This is every part.
the detrimental effects of fluoride, for example, are exacerbated by exposure to aluminium. And the exposure to fluoride and aluminium is exacerbated even further by being exposed to Wi-Fi, right? So they're not just getting you with one, getting you with the other. They're getting you with unique combinations, have reactions to each other that make them work even better.
The worst part is, have you seen the reactions that occur if you combine aluminium and mercury?
Aluminium and mercury.
Yeah, and both of those are in all of the fucking jabs. Vaccine and mercury. If you have a lump of aluminium and drop mercury on it, it like just expands and grows and shit. It is a really, really messed up thing. I haven't seen the. I've got it saved somewhere, but like I wasn't prepared to go find it. Yeah, and it could take me like an hour just to go scrolling back and find it. But yeah, the mixture of aluminium and mercury is a crazy explosion that takes place. Basically, the aluminium and the mercury just grow out. Like serious, this was a metal round disc. They drop mercury on it, and it just starts growing.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is the shit they're putting in everyone. I've played it a few times, way back. Yeah.
Yeah. Vinny's picture seems to be going all funny. I don't know what's going on there. How's Vinny looking in your country? DK?
Yeah, no, all good from here.
Yeah.
I've got a really good connection with my new computer and shit. This one actually works quite well.
No,
so nothing's actually cutting out for me except for you.
Yeah, it's probably my
I love the dual theme of the upside down New Zealand flag and then the upside down Australian flag. Yeah, we need to get a Canadian and an American and an Englishman on the show as well with all of their setup.
An English flag upside down looks the same.
I know, right? It's like how in nautical history have they not figured this out that you can't tell when we're in distress? That's because we don't want anybody to know that we're in distress. We like to keep a stiff upper lip, you know. The shipping, just have another cup of tea, it'll be fine. It's Titanic all over again. Guarantee you that had a British flag on it, bro. They didn't know what was wrong.
In the Olympic. You mean the Olympic?
Yeah, that's right.
No, the reason the the other way is because they're normally the ones causing the distress. You think that might
that actually makes sense.
The other guys had a whole bunch of things to contend with, frickin' scurvy and whatnot, and so they were frequently in trouble. So yeah, I love that whole idea as well as the British Dutch East India Trading Company has an almost identical flag to the United States, the red and white stripes, except the thing in the corner has been replaced with stars instead of the British thing. Like it's just a company. Okay, guys, all your countries are just companies, and you that are citizens of those countries are actually the livestock in those countries, beasts of burden that they can milk and shear, as it were.
We are just collateral for their debt. They actually trade on us to cover their debts.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually how it works. We are traded commodities online that they use to cover their debts.
Well, I mean, in your case, DK, you're more of a traded oddity, but yes.
But yeah, I mean, that is exactly how it works. It all comes into the birth certificates and maritime law and stuff and all of the rest of that. But that is actually what it is. We are a traded commodity, and we are used by these government corporations as collateral for their debt. For how much we're going to earn, how much tax we're going to pay, that dictates how much they're allowed to borrow.
Yep.
So just to round up that whole thing, because I remember when I was first starting to learn about this, and it was so freaking confusing and whatnot, but it's actually quite simple, okay? So when you're in a company, for example, you will have board members and so on and so forth. You will have a CEO. Right? Now, in countries, it's exactly the same thing, except they just give them different names. The CEO is called the Prime Minister or the President. The board members are called the caucus, so on and so forth. But it's exactly the same as a company. Now, like a company, they're involved in trading goods, specifically trading people. So what they do is they've got all these livestock, like on a farm, and when you are birthed, like as a ship, birthed like a ship, all right, then you get given a stock trading certificate when the goods come off of the ship. That's what your birth certificate is. It's a stock receipt for you, the live birth livestock. Now, then, because the banks are in control of the company that is your country, in New Zealand's case, it's called the Queen and Right of New Zealand, and you can look it up on the Securities and Exchange Commission. That means that you are the holdings this company. So this company needs to convince you, the livestock, that you are free so that you will continue to work. When people think they are slaves, they don't work as hard. They only do the bare ass minimum. But if they tell the livestock that they're free and that they can be anything and all they have to do is work really hard, they will go after that slave money like it's going out of fashion. Then the company gets a massive profit and boost in the economy. Then your birth certificate, your livestock receipt, gets worth even more and more. What do you do when you've got a mortgage on a house and you've paid most of it off and you need more money? You take a second mortgage on the house. You take the equity that arrives in that property that you own and you borrow against it. And that's what the governments do. They take the equity that they own from your birth certificate and they borrow against it from these international banks who really control the company. So it's like a snake eating its own tail. Now, in so doing, they can create enormous amounts of debt for which there isn't even enough money in the economy to pay off. So that means nobody will ever be free. Even when the banks own everything in your country, which they're very rapidly doing, you still won't be free. You can just take the mask off and say you were slaves all along and there's nothing you can do to stop it, because now that we own everything, we don't need you anymore. And we're just going to get effing rid of you. Like culling all the cows off when there's a foot and mouth outbreak or something like that. Yeah. And then, voila, this is how it works in reality. That piece of paper that has your name on it, that driver's license, that mortgage back thing, that's not actually done with your name. What are you talking about, Vinny? That's my name. It's like, really? When you spell your name out for other people, do you do it in all capital letters? No, you don't. It's called diminutia minima, which means you're talking about something that is living in a legal sense. But when you do it in all capitals, capitis diminutia maxima, it means that you are dealing with a dead thing, a dead entity, because it's illegal to be a slave, okay, in a quote-unquote free country, but it isn't illegal to be a fictional slave. All right, this is called legal fiction. They create an account in your name that they administer of, and if you say, which is perjury, by the way, because it's technically a lie, that you are the name on that birth certificate, you are the name on that license, you are the name on that credit card, then they can just pin everything on you because you are a willing participant in the slave stock system. Now, a lot of people have exposed this and have gone up against it, and even the ones that have had successes have had basically everything of value taken from them, whether it be their car, their house, their boat, their family, their fortunes, their jobs, their freedom, their mental health. They just get it taken off of them. Why? because they figured out that they were a slave, and you can't allow slaves to have the resources to fight the slavers, can you? And because everything's a fake, and because everything is a fake system anyway, you don't actually have any rights, even the ones that are guaranteed to you under your successive pieces of legislation, because under a sovereign parliamentary system, no previous government can bind any further government, including the previous government that introduced laws like the Constitution of the United States or the Bill of Rights Act of New Zealand. These things actually don't exist, and you are not free, you are livestock.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. There is a couple of ways out of the system that I've come across, though. Apparently, there's a thing called the Dkspiracy Trust, where if you know what you're doing and know how to apply for it, you can actually apply for the money that they're holding under your name. So you can actually go and get things paid off for you using the trust that they're holding under your name as your straw man. I just don't fully know the process. I've seen only a couple of videos about it, but you can go through a process where you actually reclaim your Dkspiracy Trust, which is the government-owned shares in your name that they trade with. You can actually get that back for yourself.
And people don't realize how much they're worth. They could be worth maybe like 15, 20, even $100 million in some cases. There was a woman named Carrie.
I've heard roughly 50 million for most people.
Yeah,
like that much
a woman
trading with us online.
Now, there was a woman called Kerry Campbell, I believe, in New Plymouth a number of years ago, who claimed that she went into a bank and was capable of withdrawing $8 million of her own money. Like all that stuff that's tied to your birth certificate actually technically is your money, but through fraud and coercion, you don't get it. So she managed to withdraw this money, and then she was visited by the cops, who tortured her, tried to break her arm in the cells. Of course, they didn't realize that she had a metal pin in her arm, so they weren't able to break it. All right, but again, this is what I say, is that there's the people who actually do, even the ones who are successful, get direct consequences for this. This is how you know that there is no real way out of this individually. There is only a way out of it. Unless all of us are free, then all of us are slaves. And I ain't talking about revolution, because this thing ain't going to really happen. What Bill Cooper feared, but he thinks is the most likely possibility, is the only way that we're going to return to any semblance of freedom is with some description of civil war, or the less likely option, which he would much prefer, is a radical paradigm shift in human consciousness, an awareness of these issues. Once people are aware, you can't put the cat back in the bag. Right, and that's what we're trying to do here. So that's why it's important, if people are listening to these shows, they do need to be inviting people to listen, need to be getting those links out. They do need to be considering whether or not this content actually has value for you. If it does have value for you, if it's making your life better and you're getting it for free, consider giving a little bit of money every week, every month, whatever it is that you think is actually worth to you. Because it's not just you who benefits from it, it's other people. So if you're not creating your own content, play a part at least. Put your boots on the ground and contribute to this fight to raise human consciousness, because we're up against people who have untold trillions of dollars, massive intelligence agencies and networks and surveillance grids and assassination frickin' teams and so on and so forth. Fighting war always costs, not only in men's lives, but also financially. So give to the war effort. By the way, there are only 3 things you need in order to have a successful control of a nation. Those 3 things are the police on your side, the military on your side, and the financiers to pay them. Every successful tyranny and every successful freedom-loving democracy or whatever has had those three things. You cannot rule without people to keep order in the streets, to keep your country from getting destroyed from outside interference, and you need the money to pay for those people and their equipment that they are required to get the job done. Police will enforce any law they are paid to do. Even in Poland, where they recruited Jews to police other Jews, and the brutal things that they did to their quote-unquote own people. Money is the key deciding factor. In New Zealand, the entire military budget is roughly $2 billion a year, and the entire peace budget is roughly $2 billion a year. So if you go to bribe all New Zealand police and military.com, you can start your payment today so that we can bribe all the New Zealand police and military into enforcing freedom instead of tyranny. Thank you very much. My PayPal is guerrillamedia77@gmail.com. Start off with just a little bit, 200 million, just to get the ball rolling.
Let's go hit up Peter Thiel. I'm pretty sure he lives over here now, doesn't he?
Yeah. Description, guys. If anyone's actually watching this and they want to find out about donating to these two stars, links are in the description. And yeah, because they're both struggling. They have no real backers, shall we say? They're just doing it because that's the right thing to do. And if you got a spare dollar,
yep,
chuck them $1, maybe even 50 cents, maybe $2, whatever. You sort of.
Yeah, I need to put my links on screen. Yeah. I don't even hear my pay links on screen.
Yeah.
But there's one proviso there as well. If you guys can't take care of yourselves, don't support me, right? So I'd much rather you have enough food, have your bills paid and things like that before you even think about supporting me or anyone else. It's like in the Bible says, do not share what is in your cup unless your cup overfloweth. If you've got more than you need, that's when you can start supporting people, not before.
Yeah.
Exactly. And as I said,
fully.
The links, if you check out DK's D-Live site, you'll see a banner with Buy Me a Coffee, and you can support him that way. And Vinny Eastwood, links also in the description.
You mean on the one that they just shut down on me?
What shut down? Well,
yeah, my main channel got. I haven't been able to work out D-Live's new policy. The way they word it, it says they're going to reduce how long you can play for by 3 hours. But people actually think what they're trying to say is you're only allowed to stream for 3 hours.
Yeah.
See you later.
Got a phone call.
I know it's one of my flatmates. He's having issues with wins that cut his benefit.
Well, isn't it funny how they call it wins and then they make you feel like a loser, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, I know. Why do you think they changed their name? Used to be called income support. Now it's wins. There's only one person winning in this, and it sure as fuck ain't me.
There might be a slight change of subject. Talking about changing names, what about over in America, their so-called Department of Defense is now the Department of War. Gee, that's real surprising, isn't it? Because I reckon Trump's stopping all the wars.
Who does run that bullshit like that?
Department of War. I remember years ago someone was saying that they're going to do that. They're going to call it war, and then, wars are just going to escalate. And this so-called ceasefire in Gaza, wonder how long that's going along, because they've still got, the IDF's still got a few people to get rid of, don't they? So they can really take over Gaza and the West Bank.
Hamas say that the ceasefire is actually based on the fact that Hamas said, we'll continue with the ceasefire if you release the Epstein files.
That's
how long do you think this ceasefire is going to last? Because they don't want to release that shit.
Yeah. And there's another thing, a lot of it's perception.
It honestly just gets worse. The world really is a circus.
Yeah.
There are ringleaders, clowns, and we're just the idiots watching the show.
Yeah. Have you heard, apparently, Hamas, if it's, he's supported by the IDF anyway, they're apparently executing people on the street.
Yeah.
So instead of the IDF doing it, the Hamas is killing people now as well.
I hadn't
who
heard
do
that.
you believe? Like, I'm only going through what I've seen off the mainstream media. And, yeah, we got
Yeah, exactly. See, that's the thing. Mainstream media is now trying to make them look bad.
Yeah.
Well, you're giving it another go, Vinny.
Well, I just realized that I'm streaming on a number of other channels and haven't actually changed all of their audio things round. So you're still going to hear me through the microphone that's up here on top of the screen, but the people across the go will be able to hear me through here. So, that's the problem when you have to do technical rigmaroles like right before a show, because once you're on the show, unless it like occurs to you out of the blue or you get a chance to check it or somebody messages you
someone
in the chat
says
room or
something
something.
in chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone says something, you're like, huh?
So I see that there's one person. I see that there's one person watching me on the YouTube stream now. I want you to tell me whether or not the audio is actually working, guys. That would be really helpful for me at this particular stage in development. Unless you tell me that it's not working, in which case I'm fucked. But regardless,
on this stream, my end, it's not going to YouTube as usual because I'm using OBS. If I use Restream, it goes through.
Okay.
So it's not going to Rumble or.
Do you know what's really crazy?
Or YouTube.
Do you know what's really crazy though?
Oh, lots of things.
What's really crazy?
DK, how many times have I told you not to ask a conspiracy theorist what's really crazy? Because we've got a large volume of answers for you, and the conversation will take a significantly longer time. Just tell us, quit beating around the bush, quit beating around the Clintons.
YouTube has actually laxed up on its guidelines recently. And DLive has just gone super strict on shit.
Well, I've got a.
I'm actually tempted to see if I can stream on YouTube again because DLive is now a waste of my time.
Yeah, I've got a quote from Tom Waits on my wall that I've had ever since I quit my job many, many years ago. The large print giveth, and the small print taketh away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. Most people don't read small print.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just looking at YouTube and the other computer, and we're on your channel. My show's going through your channel on YouTube, but I'm gonna have to upload it.
Cool. And at the moment, guys, I'm looking for an extra $10 into my PayPal for these days shows, so I can actually transfer out of my PayPal to pay my rent this week, just to get it over the threshold. And the same goes for YouTube as well. So if you've got $10 for a super chat on YouTube, or if you've got $10 to put into my Guerrilla Media 77@gmail.com PayPal account, I would very much appreciate that, guys. I do need your support. We speak, and thank you so much for all of those people, especially Amos as well, who regularly donates on those super chats on the YouTube channel. We now got 5 listeners. Maybe I've sorted them out, and that's what's bringing everybody in. If you are part of the audience, please do tune in and let us know you're here in the live chat, and tell us how the audio stream is going. If it's any good at all, that would be lovely. If not, again, fucked. Now we have the
That kind of covers that shit, doesn't it?
we have
Okay, sums it up nicely.
yes, indeed.
You should get to $10 soon, hopefully.
There we go. There's the $7 from Amos 777. Thank you, Amos. I appreciate
he
that,
always
buddy.
throws in sevens, doesn't he?
For some reason,
He never shows in multiples. He never does multiples of 7, like 21 or 14 or something. But
No, it's 7 or 70. Yes, 7 or 70.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely right. It has to be all 7s for Amos, and that's why we love
I don't know.
And that's why call a what was it? What do you call a convenience store in Sweden?
What?
Sven 11.
Sven 11.
Because they're all
Come on, there's a funny joke for you.
Joke, yeah.
You're welcome.
They're like dad jokes, but worse.
Yeah.
And he's a dad too, though.
Just like he does the news, but worse. Dad jokes, but
Now,
worse.
I'm not sure if you've got your dirty underwear over the webcam at the moment there or something. It looks like a skid mark.
Post-it note.
It's a little
I have post-it note. I have post-it notes over my cameras. Yeah.
He only does that when he doesn't have to do that very often, only when he's doing heroin on air. But getting back to the issues, we.
Serious, I almost got killed for that because I wouldn't inject. I almost got killed the first time I went to try heroin. I said I'll smoke it, but I'm not injecting it. Yeah. I almost got killed because they thought I was a narc.
Well,
right.
Had you taken it, you might have.
I mean,
anyway.
why
was a very crazy youth and shit? Yeah.
Well, like you say, almost. And there's plenty of New World Order scumbags who are very upset.
It took me and my mate 45 minutes to talk them out of fucking throwing me into a boot of a car and taking me out to nowhere. Took 45 minutes to stop that happening.
Now, do they think that if you do that to an undercover cop, that things are going to work out very well for them? I mean, just jump on the logic train here for a second with
Junkie brain. You know? Come on, junkie brain.
Yeah. It reminded me, we were talking. Well, we were talking about the problem of crime of one of the people who called in the last show that I was on, and I was thinking about how crime actually turned, right? And after the show, I was thinking about, say, let's, for example, alcohol, which causes 75% of all weekend crime, according to former science minister or Education's Minister, I forget which, Justice Minister, sorry, Simon Power, who incidentally got a job with Westpac Corporate Banking after they stole everything out of Hubbard's $1 billion company and sold it to Westpac. But anyway, I digress. Let's talk about the propensity for violence and stuff like that. Like 50% of weekend homicides, I think it might have been between 50 and 30% of weekend domestic abuse and stuff like that is attributed directly to alcohol, as in no other aggravating factors, it's fine, and then he got drunk and killed somebody, right? That's freaking crazy. And now we see articles on the news about how, cannabis is really, really bad. Definitely want to do that. Dude, I have never tried to kill somebody while I've been smoking a joint. I'm not sure if anybody really has, and I'm not saying that people
kill anyone while I was drinking.
Yeah, and it's horses for courses, but ultimately, at the end of the day, some drugs are for everyone, just in a general kind of way, because they haven't killed anybody in 10,000 years, and some drugs are institutionally mandated by the powers that be, because enable demon possession and create chaos and violence and things of that nature to the people who can't handle their liquor.
It's actually interesting you bring that up, because they are not trying to add in the correlation between the prescribed medication and people drinking. So they're not actually saying it's pills when they mix it with alcohol that makes people go crazy. So they're kindly for the pharmaceutical companies, they kindly leave out the fact that that is an aggravating factor. It's like, no, let's just focus on the alcohol or the weed. It's like, no, you've already got them drugged up on legal drugs. But it's not any of them, honest.
Yeah, how surprising that.
Right, and so on top of that, there's another element here, because I remember reading this very important article, which I've since not been able to find. You know, when you read real great articles and then you can't freaking find them again, no matter how hard you try. This was one of them. It was a Orange County dispatch creating a poll for the people that have had traffic accidents in Orange County through the course of, I think it was 3 months, to figure out what actually causes the accidents. Now, they found that it was people who were in a rush, people who were angry, people who were on medications like psychoactive medications, psychotropic medications, people who were drunk, and I think people who were sleep deprived. It was actually the 5 main factors. And they queried, because the reason why they did this study is because they wanted to find out how cannabis actually interacted with this kind of thing. And they found that there's actually a 6th factor, which is cannabis, which reduces your likelihood of getting into an accident by an average of 30%. Now, I thought that this was quite interesting, because people who are high are not in a rush. They're not stressed. They generally, as cannabis users, sleep very well, because cannabis puts you to sleep, and they usually don't need psychotropic medications to manage their moods, because the weed does that all for them, and they're very not angry. So, obviously, there's another factor in there, which is the alcohol, which the cannabis helps as well. When you smoke cannabis before you drink alcohol, it coats the brain cells in a protective layer of cannabinoids. Normally, when you drink alcohol and the alcohol goes directly onto your brain cells, it's corrosive and it destroys your brain cells, right? Brain cell death. This is what causes blackouts and things of that nature. But when the cannabis is wrapped around those brain cells with a protective barrier, it prevents that largely from happening. Yeah. And now the reverse is also true. When you're already drunk and then you have a big smoke, you get so sick, because all the cannabinoids are trying to get underneath the alcohol to protect your brain. But what it does is it actually pushes the alcohol deep, gets you even drunker. Right, that's an interesting number of factors which they don't really take into account when they're doing these roadside trips.
They can't hear on.
I personally have been saying that since I was a teenager. Like, serious, since I was a teenager, I've been saying exactly what you said, Vinny. That if you have 1 or 2 beers, then have a smoke, and you're good. If you have half a dozen or more beers and then have a smoke, you're about to get fucked up.
Yeah. Well, if for some reason they can't
I
hear
used
you
to have 2 beers and a smoke, and it put me in that nice buzz.
I hear that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but
okay. Testing 1 2 1 2. Oh man.
No, you're good.
No, we can hear him, but his YouTube.
Let's go for display audio, see if that works. Yeah, that works now. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Had to rig that up, but now it's working. Thank you very much for telling me that. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a real difficult edit, this one. So I hope you're going to send me the recording after this.
Oh, that's right. I forget you edit.
All right, we got to go.
That's right. I don't edit. Yeah, just chuck it on. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Bushman, and also thank you very much for your $20 super chat, bro. I appreciate the hell out of that, man. That's awesome.
Well, you got your $10.
And hi everyone on Vinny's channel. I'm busy streaming on Rumble and DLive, and on my spare channel on DLive. My main one got shut down, so yeah, I'm busy trying to just get through all the crap that they're doing as well. But bonus is, I think we have another 15 people watching on my spare DLive channel. So it isn't. They haven't completely screwed me yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about putting another song on. I went to karaoke recently, and oh yeah.
No, don't.
No, it's not me.
No, because when you play stuff, it just glitches everything out for you. But you need to get you need to get Ethernet because otherwise it actually shuts everything down all the time.
Yeah,
It starts glitching out.
Okay, well,
send me the link. Send me the link. Send me the link and I'll stream it.
Oh, it's only
I'm not kidding you. Send me the link and I'll stream stuff because you don't have the gear to be able to do it.
Yeah,
It cuts out all the time.
It's a file that I've got on my computer, so I can't really do that. It's not online sort of thing. So looks like no music. We'll have to just carry on talking.
Oh, I can play some music if you want, but I don't know if you want that.
Yeah, actually.
You've seen some of the music I've got saved.
What's that song? I don't know. I can't remember it. There's one song of yours that you play that I really like. It's got a real heavy fucking beat. Yeah. Yeah. I played it.
That's one of the ones made for me.
No. This one's
Right.
just.
Are you talking to me?
You talking to me? Yeah, right.
No, that's not what he said, you idiot. He said, what are you talking to me?
We just watched Sassy Sasquatch movie just recently, didn't we? Yeah. A couple of weeks ago.
I think, probably a week or so ago I played it again. Yeah. That one cracks me up, eh?
Yeah.
Especially the Sasquatch is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like it more than the Big Les show.
Yeah, me too, actually. Yeah, it's definitely more fun.
It's more metaphysical as well. Like, there's more.
I just wonder, successful spin-offs. Yes, you can have successful spin-offs, but have they been more successful than the original? I recently watched Stargate, and what's it called? They had all these Stargate TV series, which the director and producer and writer of the original Stargate movie didn't even play a part in. They weren't even allowed on set, kind of thing. That franchise was freaking huge, right? It went for ages, multiple different series and seasons.
I never watched any of it. I only watched the movie. I watched the movie.
Great, man.
Never watched the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched most of the series, and I quite enjoyed them. Vinny's picture's gone funny all of a sudden again over here, but.
He only froze up for a couple of seconds. It was all good.
Oh, yeah.
No, serious, it was a couple of seconds, but yeah.
Yeah, the other computer's doing funny things.
Mate. Well, see, that's the problem as well. It's getting your tech sorted is so hard. In order to get my green screen working and the lights going and OBS going, get the microphone set up properly and have it tweaked properly, and then have the mix on the output and all. This is like an 8-person job. Right? People don't realize why there's such a huge crew and stuff like that in the live newsrooms is because it's one job to just be able to monitor the audio kind of thing and one person's job to tweak it, just things like that by yourself, and you've got no crew and you've got no budget is remarkably difficult, and often people don't know what it takes, but ultimately at the end of the very first thing that you should be concerned about when you're doing a show is that audio, man. If that audio is not good, people cannot listen to it. People can watch a movie if the image is shit, as long as the audio is good, kind of thing. But if the audio is bad, the brain just can't put up with it. It is so grating and so difficult for the ears to listen to that people just switch off. It's pretty ruthless.
Yeah, people can't.
Oh, fully, exactly. Like that song that he was. Well, the song that you were playing before, that was exactly the case. I said, don't stuff around with it. The audio's playing. And you tried to stuff around with it, and then everything cut out for a second.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's...
So, yeah. It's like, if the audio's working, leave it alone.
Well, where I'm living, I've only got a Wi-Fi sort of thing, and I can't get a phone line. So I'm going to have to move house till I can get a proper phone line. But one day, they're going to kick me out of here. I've been here for a decade or so, and it's probably time to move on soon. But yeah, I'm quite sedate in the little corner of the world. Work's just a. I work at the bakery, just up the road, and that's quite a good job. But it's paid all right. And hey, well, luckily, I'm just lucky, I guess, somewhat. But I won't be able to.
I just thought of a great name for a bakery.
Another beer.
Slavery.
Yeah, gonna sit.
Yeah, so a great name for a bakery. What was it? Born and Bred.
Born and Bred. Yeah.
The Born and Bred Bakery.
Yeah, that's a bit crummy.
You might make some dough. You might make a little bit of dough. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm rolling in dough, mate, but they only pay me crumbs.
Yeah, I mean that's fine for bread, but I think we need to send some more subjects into this matter here.
Yes. Well, a few raisins.
Raise suspicions. We're talking about current events.
Yeah.
Okay. Stream's gone down to one viewer now, and it's me. Okay. Thank you, Alan.
I've never big on the audience members. I get more people watching later than actual live, but at least some people watch later, I guess.
Yeah.
But this one, I'll have to download your show because I'm not recording it. I forgot to press the record button. This is forever saved on your channel, which is fair enough. Yeah. Except for half of it.
Which half of it has no audio from me? Oh, man.
Oh, here's the bonus. I recorded it all on Rumble and it all seems to be working.
Oh, good. Okay, well, yeah.
So you can actually go find it from my Rumble channel and shit because it's all playing
Did
nicely
you know,
there.
I tried the other day to download videos off of Rumble. You just can't do it. I had to actually stream the thing and record it with OBS in order to be able to get a show. It was just like painful.
Yeah, sometimes Rumble does glitch out lots. It depends what you're playing, I've found. Sometimes
no, that's not glitching. I'm talking about, you know how you can go to YouTube and you can download a video from YouTube like as a file, but you cannot do that with Rumble.
I don't download shit though. Yeah, but I don't download shit anyway. I just play it from live streams, and most of the time it's okay. Just every once in a while there'll be like a video that I play, and it wants to freeze up, every 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, I think Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook have the best latency for video and complex broadcasts. Everything else is sort of like Rumble's pretty good. I'm not going to lie though, I haven't used it yet, but judging from the streams that I have watched, they've been doing it well. I haven't live streamed on Rumble. I upload.
You definitely need to. It's like it's like. It's my go-to after D-Live, and now that D-Live's screwing me, I'm going to end up being on Rumble. I'm not even going to. I'm going to get to the point where I just use D-Live to tell people when I go live on Rumble, and that's it. There's no point in using a platform that's going to try and stop me from everything that I've been doing for years. If they suddenly want to not let me be on, I suddenly don't want to be on. I go to the next one. It's not like I haven't been banned shitloads and have to change like platforms so many times it's not funny. But I keep getting banned from them all. I've been banned from I don't even know how many different platforms, let alone how many times all up anymore.
I love the time that you got banned from the platform, what was it, Kick or something, before you'd even done a stream?
Yep, that was my favorite ever. Much
I was like,
go to email, verify account, go back to kit, and says your account has been suspended. Like, I didn't even type anything. I didn't screen anything. I didn't even type a word. I didn't even type a single word on any channel. Account suspended. But
that's one of those things where you're like, if that had happened to me, I'd be like, I see my reputation precedes me.
That's exactly what I said. I'm not kidding you. That is exactly what I said. I'm like, I see my reputation precedes me. Holy crap. My bastards. So I kicked cake.
You know, how much kick could a kick get kicked if a kick would kick?
Well, actually, we are actually live on Kick at the moment. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Hey, fuck you, Kick!
And that's what we're doing here, man. We just kicking it, man. We just kicking it in the crib. In the crib. I mean, I
fucking in my account before I type a word.
I mean, that's a kick in the nuts, mate. Like,
in the dust.
Willy Wonka putting a soccer shoe into the mix of his candies. Oh, it's just to give it a little kick. So yeah, we're talking about people right now. Like, there's a lot of disrespectful people out there, man, and people who just don't value you, and people who just don't really care about you. And I think that there are too many of them, and we tolerate them in our lives. And as a result of tolerating people in our lives that are not really worthy of our time, we wind up missing out on other people that could come into our lives, that could be good with us, you know, that kind of thing, whether that be friends or lovers or something like that. If that relationship really ain't serving you, and if that person really doesn't care about you and they're disrespectful towards you, they ain't going to change that behavior. That's who they are, and they've probably got a track record of it. I mean, it would be interesting if you got to be able to, I don't know, talk to your ex's exes, you know, that kind of thing, and find out from them what she was like in their relationship, and you'd be like, yep, yeah, it would be like they were telling your story, you know. That's the kind of thing about it, is that people do a track record, and if they have a bad track record, no amount of willingness or helpingness or pleasingness is going to change them. They are who they are, and they ain't going to change. And if they ain't going to change, mate, tolerate that disrespect, get out of that. And this goes for your mates as well.
Yeah. Oh, fully. I agree with you completely. So you can't just hold on to idiots because you want viewers.
But then again,
I need numbers, but half of them are dickheads. It's like, get rid of the dickheads.
But then again,
carry on.
I'm always putting shit on DK. Well, I would.
Yeah, but there's a difference between it being funny and people who are actually just dicks.
Yeah, what you saying?
Yeah, I mean, and let's face it.
I didn't know.
Yeah, and let's face facts here. Getting down to brass tacks, DK deserves it.
Yeah.
Now, moving on,
sorry, Vinny. Sometimes.
You do
anyway, I don't know. I'm perfect. Well,
watch me work it. I'm perfect.
Zap. What you keep telling yourself. Is that how that
works? I'll try not to think again.
It does remind me of like the late 70s or early 80s. You know, you still get to smoke inside. Like I remember Steve Hughes. He has this bit in one of his comedy sketches about how there's no more smoking on the earth. You know, and he goes into Belgium one time and he like looks at this bar and he like double take like, what? And there's people smoking inside. He was like pressed against the glass, kind of like he was like looking at some attraction from an amusement park of a bygone era or something like that. So you can't smoke anywhere on Nobody. And this is another thing. Like, people are like, they don't like smokers, right? Oh, they're like, oh, but it makes my clothes smelly. You know, well, have you heard of a washing machine? Like, here's the thing. People don't talk about the health benefits of smoking, all right? Yeah. It improves your cognitive function, helps you to think clearer. It reduces your anxiety and stress levels and regulates your bowel movements. You know those people that are really stressed out, full of shit, kind of stupid? Non-smokers.
Yep. But to be honest, it's more about the nicotine than the actual smoking because of the extra shit they add into the cigarettes. But
not
yeah, actual
uranium.
Nicotine,
what was it? Bill Cooper in Behold a Pale Horse. I listened to it for the first time the other day, audiobook, narrated by him. It was,
yeah.
And
how long is that one? It's 7 hours?
No, it's only a couple of hours long. I thought surprised with that. And so he talked about uranium and radioactive contaminants being deliberately used in tobacco farms in the United States in order to increase the amount of cancer in the general population for the depopulation agenda. Now, organic tobacco called Manito that's grown in Germany. Now, the question is, and again, you raise a very salient point there, DK, about the amount of additives and things of that nature. Like, for example, eating a lettuce. That can't be bad for you. It does if it's got herbicides on it. Oh, okay. And it's even worse if it's got pesticides on it too. Oh, okay. It's even worse if it's been grown in nutrient-deficient soil where there's no actual nutrients in it. Oh, okay. You see, there's all these factors that make something that might be good.
Or if it's a GMO seed, or if Bill Gates is involved and it's got a peel sprayed all over it. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
You know,
as I said earlier, it's like every different sector is all working together to screw us over. It isn't just one of them, it's all of them working together. And like the food industry's in touch with like the CDC and the FDA and all that. And they're all in touch with each other. It's like, oh, yeah, we'll give you money.
Mr. Volts in the chat says cadmium. So, like, I believe cadmium, lead, arsenic are some of the byproducts that wind up in the fluoride slurry that they get from the phosphate fertilizer industry that winds up in your drinking water. Now, what was interesting is I was listening to
salicylic acid.
Sure. And I was listening to a presentation that I filmed in 2013 where 3 medical doctors, one of them a dentist, were speaking out against the effects of fluoride. And in one case, they showed a case study where the council was successfully lobbied by the community to get fluoride out. And then they put out a press announcement saying that we're going to continue to fluoridate the water for the next month until our stocks are depleted because we have no other way of disposing of toxic waste.